All right, guys. So I went from wearing a hoodie and an insulated Calvin Klein bomber jacket to now I'm in a t-shirt out here in Anzio, Italy, because it's sun is out. It's a beautiful sun, and it's a nice day. Yeah. So we're out here, me and Ginger. We're just taking a stroll, and in beautiful Anzio, Italy. Very nice. Yeah, nice little small town, and I guess we'll find a way to go. Oh, right over there, there's a little bridge with stairs that we can take to go down the stairs and go to the beach. All right. The little kitties things all, I guess they don't want them playing in the winter time, so I guess they have them covered up. So, yeah. Well, look at this. So remember, guys, I'm here to pay tribute to the American soldiers who sacrificed their lives to come out here. And, they left everything behind. They left their families, their girlfriends, their wives to come and liberate Italy and Europe from fascism and Nazism during World War II. Because, back then Mussolini was the dictator in Italy, and he allowed the Germans, or he collaborated with the Germans to let them come into Italy for staging and making war and conquering other countries. But fortunately, the Americans came in with their military might and the young American can-do, and they went ahead and kicked their butts. So they landed here in Anzio with tanks, okay? They had planes. If you could just imagine this whole area being bombarded first with naval ships, bombarding all of this area, okay? They call it a military, to soften it up. Because remember, the Germans were here, the Italians were here. So they bombarded this whole area with, the bombs from the ships. And then they also had airplanes that came in here and dropped the bombs and strafed enemy positions, both from the Italians and the Germans. And then, finally the Americans make their way through. And obviously, many American young men, a lot of young men, 18 years old, some of them, even some snuck in to sign up to go to the war. It's young at 16. But yeah, a lot of the young men paid the ultimate price and gave their lives so that you and I can be here today. And that's why you're watching me in this video, because Americans paid with their lives. And like I said to you before, I was in the United States Air Force for 25 years, and it's not easy. Being in the military, it's very, very hard. There's a lot of sacrifice, and you go through a lot of training that sometimes even the training itself sometimes leaves you scarred or disabled or injured, and then once you go out into war, then obviously you get injured also. So yeah, so I'm a disabled veteran, and I am 100% service connected. So I want to just give a shout out to all the veterans that are out there also watching. That I know it's very difficult, especially when you go through the VA and you apply for your benefits and you get denied. Because that was my situation. So I went to the VA in 1992. After the Gulf War, and I knew I had problems from all the chemicals and all the burn pits, and I applied, back then, and they denied me, and finally in 2023, I think, 2023, Biden finally passed, the authorized that and recognized that the veterans from the Gulf War back in the 1991, the veterans who were exposed to those burn pits and toxic chemicals and toxic fumes during that Gulf War, that they now were eligible for benefits And so, yeah, they created the Gulf War Registry, and then you can register. So if you're a Gulf War veteran like I am, I'm also a Gulf War veteran from the 90s, 1991, 92. Yeah, put in for that, But, the whole thing really was a political thing that Biden did because, I mean, for 30 years I've been fighting it. And why is it all of a sudden that I'm eligible now for those benefits from more than 30 years ago? Why? Because his son also served in the military. And guess what? His son died. He got cancer. Okay, because I guess he inhaled stuff from the burn pits or from the toxic fumes, or the anthrax vaccines. Because remember, they were giving us vaccines and nobody had tested. We had to take pills, we had to take anthrax vaccines, all kinds of stuff. Oh man, that cocktail of shit that they gave us fucked us up. Okay, so I know it fucked me up. In addition to the burn pit, so forget about it, man. So yeah, so I struggled, for more than 30 years. Because I mean, let me tell you something. When you apply and you've served your country, and you honorably served, and you go for your benefits, and they deny you, man, it just feels like rotten. It just feels like it feels like you just ate a shit sandwich or a rotten egg. It's so fucked up, But that's the VA system. It hasn't changed. If you want to really take a look at how the system is, go watch the movie with Tom Cruise called Born on the 4th of July. And it'll show you. It was that depicts the Vietnam veterans after they came back and all the shit they went through, And I salute you guys, the Vietnam vets, for having to put up with so much crap. But yeah, that movie, what do you call it? Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise is an excellent movie, and it just goes to show you, what the VA system is like. Now, from that movie, which is a portrayal of the VA in the 70s, a lot has changed. Yes, I agree. There has been a lot of changes, but the bureaucratic system is still the same. Okay, so the same bureaucratic system that was there in the 70s is still there in the 90s. Okay, I don't know. It's just smelling a boot. I don't know who left the boot out here. Okay, Ginger, come on. Andiamo. So yeah, so the same system is in place. Okay, and that's, I guess, why Trump and Musk, Elon Musk want to go in there also and clean it up. Hopefully, I'm okay with that. Let him fix it. Put a corporate head, a businessman in there to clean up all that bureaucratic garbage. Because I mean, for me to have waited more than 30 years, to finally get recognized that I fucking had the disabilities, that is fucking messed up. And they did it to everybody. To me, they did it to the Vietnam vets. They did it to the Gulf War vets, and I'm sure they're doing it now to the veterans from Afghanistan war, and there's so many coming back, and I'm telling you, the system is so fucked up that this is the way it works, okay? So you go to the VA, okay, and you apply for your benefits, okay? Now, before you had to do it all paper, so that's what way I went, but now it's all computerized, but this is the same system. So it's apply. When they get your application, I guarantee you almost 100% of anybody that applies, a veteran that applies, they're going to get denied, okay? So, and that's what I've been doing for more than 33 years. So it's apply, deny, and appeal. So they're going to apply, as a veteran, you apply for your benefits, okay, your disability benefits. They take a look at it, they're going to deny it, okay? And then you have to go through an appeal process, okay? Now, how it took me 33 years going through that whole system of apply, deny, and appeal. Apply, deny, and appeal with the VA. Oh, by the way, that guy Luigi that killed that CEO from, from the healthcare, U.S. healthcare, I think it was. Yeah, I think he wrote on the bullets, something about, the deny. Yeah, well, yeah, the civilian corporations, healthcare corporations do the same thing. They deny you automatically, 100% denied, So it's the same system with civilians, okay? So you apply, if you have, Medicaid or Medicare insurance or whatever medical insurance you have, and you apply for them, they're going to deny it. So fucked up. But yeah, so they did it, they did it to me in the VA. And so I applied, they denied, and then I appealed. Now, I was doing that for 33 years, by the way. So I got pretty good at fighting the system. All right, because I'm a fighter, man. I'll kick the shit out of anybody, that tries to mess with me, man. Okay, I grew up in New York City, so I don't take shit. I'll fight, and I fought the whole system. But let me tell you something. It's very daunting, It's a very daunting and challenging fight, and it's not for everybody. And there were times that I wanted to put a bullet in my head, and they would ask me if I have suicidal ideations, and yeah, I do, So, but let me tell you something. Be careful, by the way, when you go to see your psychiatrist, because I have psychiatrists, and they give me meds, and they're always talking to me. Be careful how you express yourself, because the moment you say that you've been not only having suicide ideations, they're going to ask you if you have a plan. The moment if you say you have a plan, they're going to Baker Act you right on the fucking spot. All right? So be super careful with that, how you say it, because they're not your friends. The VA is not your friends, okay, guys? They're not your friends. And remember, when you go to the VA hospital, okay, whenever you're in the VA hospital, remember, the VA doctors are not your friends, and they do not work for you. Guess what? They are government employees, okay? So they're not working for you. And they are basically the gatekeepers of the money that you're looking to get. Money as far as medical services and stuff, because it all boils down to money. So those doctors, you got to be super careful. Some of them are nice, some of them, very, but the majority of them, they're working for the government, and they're the gatekeepers of the money. So let me explain to you a little bit about the gatekeeping. Okay, so during all the wars, whether it's, what do you call it? The Vietnam War, or the Afghanistan, or the Gulf War, or the Afghanistan War. Whenever the military by accident, launches a missile or drops a bomb and kills, like for instance in Afghanistan, they kill a family of 10. Well, guess what? That family is going to, raise a shitstorm now, okay, and get all the mujahideen or whoever they have as friends, and they're going to go out and start killing a whole bunch of Americans, soldiers, military. So, in order to appease, okay, that bereaved family, the government gives them money under the table, all right? So, and I'll just give you I'm just going to throw out a number, okay? It could be more, it could be less. But normally, the military has a budget, okay, for things that happen like that. And it's called collateral damage, okay? When a family, or kids or whatever get killed in a bombing with a missile. So for instance, the budget, the government, the DOD, the Department of Defense budget, it's in the trillions of dollars, okay? So just imagine they have a budget for all the carriers, for all the brand new F-35 aircraft, okay? For all the satellites, all the missiles, all the rockets. It's a budget. There's a budget. Just think of it as a pie. So just that, and one slice of the pie, okay, goes for all that beautiful equipment, okay, all that technology, okay. Another part of it, okay, goes obviously to the military salaries for all the Navy, Army, Air Force, all the personnel. But then there's another part that they don't tell you that's kept secret, and it's top secret, okay. I work for the Freedom of Information Act inside the government. That's why I know about all this stuff. But it's a secret that we, as far as the population that gets killed or injured, they have a budget for that too, which is the collateral damage budget. Okay, and it's also in the billions of dollars. And so they kill a family, they'll give the money under the table, very secretly, by the way. So again, so they don't, take up arms and then go kill double or triple the American soldiers compared to what was killed with their families. So that's one thing. Now, as far as the VA budget for disabled veterans, okay, our benefits, guys, they have a budget for that too, okay? So they have a budget in the billions and billions of dollars, okay? And let's say, give you an example. And I just gave you an example that if they kill a family out there and wherever, okay, in Iraq or, Afghanistan, they'll give them under the table $20 million. Well, guess what? We also, every single soldier, airman, okay, Coast Guard, Reserve, National Guard, anybody who served in the military, there's also a budget, a number for you, okay? Normally, it's about $20 million also. $20 million. What that means is that if you were to get injured or something, Don, I'm just talking a number, minimum, it could be more. But that number, that $20 million is allotted to you. It is every person, every military personnel has that number allotted to them, 20 million or more. And so if you get injured, if you get disabled, then that's where they draw that money from, okay, and pay for your medical bills at the VA, or and then also provide you disability benefits as far as a disability check, okay. But they don't tell you that, okay. They keep that a secret. And guess what? So when you go into the hospital, to the VA hospital, and the doctor asks you, "Oh, hi, Ray, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Ray Suarez?" And you say, "Oh, hey, doctor, how you doing?" And the doctor, "Hey, how you doing, Ray?" And you say, "Oh, I'm okay." The moment you say, "Oh, I'm okay," you just shot yourself in the foot. Because later on, when you go to apply for your benefits, and the raters, they're called raters, the VA raters, so they rate you to determine whether they're going to approve or grant you, okay, the benefits. They're going to rate you that, yeah, you don't qualify, and why? Because the doctor put it in his notes that you came in and you said you're okay. Because then the rater and then the VA lawyer, they're going to say, well, how is it that you want VA benefits, disability benefits, when you told the doctor you're okay? So I've shot myself in the foot many times by doing that. And I finally learned my lessons, okay? So be careful how you approach the doctor and what you say, because they don't work for you, they work for the government, okay? And they are the gatekeepers, again, to your $20 million or more, okay? So make sure you understand that concept, okay? If you want to hit me up and I can chat with you and we can talk personally on the side of how to go about navigating the VA system, because that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It's navigating the system, because it's a minefield. The VA system is a minefield. Just like when we went, to war, okay, we went ready for combat. So they give us weapons, we were ready, okay? We were ready to do combat in that battlefield. When you get discharged, well, guess what? You left one battlefield, and when you go to the VA, it's another battlefield, okay? And it's littered with mines. Just like this beach in Anzio was, in 1940, 41, okay, was littered with mines all over. This was mined, okay, by the Germans and the Italians. Well, guess what? The VA system is also a minefield. And if you say something or you go in a direction the wrong way, you're going to blow yourself up, okay? I'm telling you. I've already done it. I've got 34 years now fighting the VA since 1992 when I put in my disability claims. And I'm telling you, it's a minefield. And like I said, it's a very challenging, very tough, very frustrating. They get you angry, bitter, and suicidal. They don't tell you there's a lot of time, but there's a lot of VA guys. They go to the hospital, to the VA hospital, try to get their claims done, and sometimes they wind up killing themselves right there in the parking lot, in the VA parking lot. Putting a 9mm through their heads. So yeah, that's very unfortunate, because the system is so fucked up and it's so against the veteran that it's really sad, really, really, really sad. So you got to be careful how you approach it, and be careful how you talk to people. Like I said, I've been doing this now for 34 years, so I know the system. So what I did, I studied all the case laws, okay, of why somebody got denied and why somebody got granted all their benefits. So that's what I did 34 years. I just studied all the cases, and then, like I said, it's apply, deny, and appeal. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah, at first I was bitter and angry, but then I got, I said, Ray, you're a smart guy. Put your anger to use, They always say that a pen is mightier than the sword. Well, guess what? Now we have to be, defend ourselves with the pen. It's not longer a pen. Now it's a computer. It's a text. So now we have to type and text, all what we want, all our benefits. But let me tell you something, and listen clearly. You should never go into a battle of wits unarmed. You get what I'm saying? Never go into a battle of wits unarmed. And the VA system, it's littered. Look at it. Littered with mines. Okay? And they know what they're doing, but you don't. Okay? So you're going to walk into the minefield and you're going to fucking blow yourself up. So you better prepare yourself, okay? First of all, toughen yourself up. They're going to reject you. That's fine. Okay, suck it up. You guys are good. You guys are military. You can suck it up. But that's what the battle's going to be. It's going to be a new battlefield, okay? So prepare for that new battlefield and just be prepared. That's okay. And like I said, hit me up. We'll do a Zoom conference, a Zoom video, and I'll show you and I'll tell you what you need to do. I'll walk you through the steps. It's not going to be easy. Like I told you, it took me 34 years to finally I'm 100%, okay? I'm 100% total and permanent, by the way. 100% total and permanent. So I can show you guys how to do the same thing. Now, like I said, it's not going to take you 34 years. I don't mean to scare you with that number, because I'm not going to scare you with 34 years. But I did study, all their case law. So I'm basically my own lawyer. I'm an advocate for myself. And I'm here to, what do you call it, to practice law. I'm not a consultant. I'm not advising you. You got to be, I'm being very careful with that. I'm just going to tell you my story and what I did. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you my journey, how my journey worked, what I did, and all of my mistakes. I'm going to share with you all of my mistakes. And that's why it took me almost, out of the 34 years, it took me kind of like, I would say maybe 30 years for my light bulb to finally, click. It turned on. I finally got it. It took me 34 years. But once I was into my 30 years of fighting with the VA, the last 3 and 4 years was like, I fucking skyrocketed. Wow, 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 wow. Okay? So yeah, my knowledge accelerated, And thank goodness, with now that everything is computerized, now I got all my proof, it's called evidence. So I gave them all my evidence from all my services, from all my injuries, because I've got 5 traumatic brain injuries, by the way. Like I said, I've been in the military for 25 years. I had a top secret security clearance, and I did special operations, both in the Cold War and then in the Hot War. So yeah, and a lot of the missions were top secret. Some of them are still, classified, that I won't be able to talk. But there is 1 or 2 that are currently unclassified. They just got unclassified last year, and then I'll be able to tell you about those and how I got injured. Also doing counter drug operations too in South America in the 90s. So that's now declassified. It was declassified last year, and I can share that with you. But yeah, so look at that beautiful hotel over there. That's really nice. I stayed at a cheap one, by the way, but I was okay. I was so tired when I got into Anzio last night. I just went into a Kentucky Fried Chicken. I didn't even eat Italian food. I went to a fast food, Kentucky, and I ate some chicken and gave some to Ginger, and I passed out. But this is really nice, man. I'm telling you, you got to come here now. Forget about the summertime. All this is going to be packed with people everywhere. People. Everywhere. And it's nice to come out here and just have a nice peaceful walk. And that's why I'm chatting with you. It's nice. I'm walking. Ginger, stop pulling, man. Relax. Tranquila, relax. Hey, relax. Hey, we're not rushing anywhere. All right, she gets excited. So yeah, I think the important part for you veterans that have been denied your benefits is to realize that you have an ally on your side. He's called Ray Suarez. And I will help you. I will guide you, okay? Because we, even though we're no longer in the military, we are still brothers in arms, okay? We're still brothers in arms, okay? Whether you're Army, Navy, Space Force, Coast Guard, Navy, we're all the same. We put on a uniform. We all signed that dotted line. We were so stupid. Decided the dotted line and said, yeah, put me up, put me in harm's way. Because that's what you did, man. Whenever you just put that, sign. Yeah, maybe you went in for college education or whatever, like I did probably. Everybody does the same thing. They use their excellent marketing, because remember, remember the piece of the pie, the DOD piece of the pie? That's marketing is another part of the money, the billions of dollars they spend in marketing. They call it recruiting. Yeah, but that's all they do. It's just the marketing money that they spend, okay? Right? That's why you have the, I forget the logo for an army of one, or be all you can be. I mean, I don't know when that marketing, slogan came out, but be all you can be. And now they put it like, then after that it was be an army of one. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And then when you do get out, yeah, you're an army of one, because nobody's behind you, nobody's helping you out. So they'll market you, they'll get you, these young men and women, 18 years old, right out of high school, and get them. And these kids don't know anything. I was so stupid when I was that age. Man, I didn't know anything. I just signed, yeah, okay, put me here, give me there, But then after, like I said, I served 25 years, man. I saw a lot of shit, and I learned a lot. Okay, so the government, the military it's a political machine also, okay? And it's not there to help you. And there have been many times, okay, that the military put me in harm's way and would have walked away and denied that I or the other military advisors were there in those countries. So be careful, when you're going into, like I told you, never go into a battle of wits unarmed. Educate yourself, research. Okay, now fortunately we have so much available information out there through YouTube, and now you can access almost all of your documents. So yeah, so everything is available to you. And like I said, unfortunately too, there are some documents you won't be able to get because the military will keep a lid on it, because it leads to other classified missions that were associated, so they will not release that information. And how do I know that? Well, I worked for Freedom of Information Act when I was stationed at U.S. Southern Command. So I worked at, what do you call it? They have like 5 different levels, okay? Like, J1, they call them J's. So J1, J2, J3. So J1 is administration manpower. That's where I worked in the FOIA. And then J2 is operations, like when all the secret missions. So I worked in there too. Okay, but that was kept secret. Nobody found out about that. That's not divulged. All they say, oh no, he just works personnel. But yeah, in the personnel department, I worked the Freedom of Information Act. And so when parents would come, I would get the letters, okay? And the parents would be requesting to get the remains of a daughter. For instance, I remember one case, a beautiful young female helicopter pilot, Army helicopter pilot. And they were asking about if they can get the remains, not the remains, her belongings from the crash site. Okay, so she had crashed in South America, her airplane, and it was a top secret mission. So they cannot give them that information, because then it would be like acknowledging, oh yeah, we did top secret and she was there along with some other Americans. Yeah, so that stuff gets kept secret. And so I had to give them a boilerplate letter. I didn't make up the letter. It's already boilerplate. I just put, yeah, I'm sorry, we don't have any information on that. Please, contact us again in the future. It's a simple boilerplate. When anything having to do, when anything that is top secret or they want to keep classified, they will not give you that information. But I did. I saw. Okay? I worked also for the U.S. Embassy in Costa Rica, and also in the U.S. Embassy in Ecuador. And I had access to all the top secret files of those embassies. So I saw what was going on, okay? I don't know, man. They were so stupid. They gave me a top secret security clearance. I'm so fucked up. I mean, I've been fucked up since day one when I joined the military, okay? But these guys were so fucked up and maybe so desperate. I joined in 1981, by the way. So I was like maybe about 21 years old when I joined. And when I went... I think it was a fort up in over by where the Verrazano Bridge is. There's a hospital over there where you go in there and they do your medical. And so I went there, and they they do a physical on you before you go. They actually accept you. And I put down that I had been hit by a car when I was 16 years old. And I did. I was hit when I was 16 years old. I was riding my bicycle in New York City, and I got hit, by a car. And I was in a coma for about 2 weeks, and I was taken to the hospital on 14th Street. I think, Beth Israel Hospital in Manhattan, New York City. So yeah, they took me there. I think it's on 2nd Avenue. So they took me to Beth Israel Hospital. I was in a coma for 2 weeks, and then finally I got out. It was about 2 or 3 months of rehabilitation, and then I finally was able to walk, and then eventually my memory came back. Well, some of it, but not all of it, But I was fucked up since then. So anyway, I joined the military when I was 21, and I fucking told them, hey, yeah, I've had a traumatic brain injury. These are my records, and I was at Beth Israel, and I got it. So when I look at it, I pulled up my record. It shows it right there. Yep, he told us the truth. Those motherfuckers back then were so desperate to take anybody that they took me with a traumatic brain injury. And then when I applied for, they said, oh, no, we cannot give you benefits for, the 5 traumatic brain injuries you've had in the military because you already had one prior to that. I said, yeah, motherfuckers, I told you that, and that traumatic brain injury got fucking exacerbated after the other traumatic brain injury that I had with you fuckers, okay? But so they keep denying. And that's one, by the way, that's one I'm still fighting. Okay, so I haven't been, they haven't given me that one. So I'm still fighting that one. Now I'm 100%, okay? So I got all my benefits. I got my school benefits, my housing benefits, property tax benefits, all of that. I got all of that, okay? But I just don't, I hate to give in to the government, okay? And those fuckers, they're doing this to everybody. They're doing it to people. And like I said, I'm a fighter. But like I said, there's a lot of people that don't fight. They just give up. I don't. I have nothing to lose. I'll just keep, like I told you before, apply, deny, appeal. Apply, deny, appeal. And to me, it's just like a chess game now. Actually, it is a game. So I just try to navigate it. And that's what I do. I navigate the system. I try to figure out where the loopholes are. Okay. How come they denied me when I put that wording in? I look at case trials for other people that got denied, but I also look at the ones that got granted, because that's what it's called. It's either denied or granted. And that's what you want to look at. When you're searching for that word that says granted. Okay. And man, let me tell you, I've had so many, like hundreds of denied, hundreds. Okay. Throughout the 30, 40 years. But when I finally get those granted, I'm like fucking jumping for joy. I'm like fucking like, yahoo! Yeah, right, Ginger. I'm like super, super happy. And because I won, man. I fucking won. It's like a David and Goliath story. And that's what, I don't know what all these branches came from, but they're laying out here. Something here. Oh, this is pretty interesting. What does it say? Attenzione. Oh, then I'll read it in English. This is bathing not safe for lack of rescue service. And it's in all the other languages there too. Yeah, so don't come out here and bathe, because there is no lifeguards. And it's winter time and you're not going to find anybody out here. No lifeguards whatsoever. Okay. I think I better head back to my car, because I think I only put 1 hour on the meter. But yeah, so man, just fight for your rights, You have the right to fight. So, voice your anger through, applying, and then also the appeal. And like I said, if you need any help with the appeal paperwork or the process, again, I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what I did in my story, okay? You got to be fucking very careful with these fucking trolls out there that want to jump you for, saying that I'm practicing law. No, motherfuckers, I'm not practicing law. I'm going to tell you my story. Okay, I'm going to tell you all my heartaches. I'm going to tell you all the suicide ideation that I've had for the last 34 fucking years, because you guys kept denying me over and over and over again, And yeah, man, I'm looking at Tom Cruise right now, and Born of the 4th of July, with his fucking mustache, his long hair, slightly balding, after he came back from the Vietnam. Man, those guys, oh man, those guys went through hell. And I know a lot of them, took took the way out, because they, with a 9mm, well, I don't know if they had 9mm back there, but they took their way out because they just couldn't hack it. A lot of them drank themselves to death. Okay. And yeah, very sad. But unfortunately, now we're in the same situation, because now we just finished that war with Afghanistan that we were in there like for more than 20 years, I think. Well, since 2001. And then I think it ended in 2023 with a fucking ridiculous, evacuation. Oh my God, how that was so horrendous. That was so fucking fucked up, man. The way they just left. And they left all our equipment, So yeah, nice job. So there you go. Billions of dollars out of the Department of Defense, and we just left it and the Taliban took it. So we fought the Taliban with that equipment, and then we say, hey guys, you know what? We're done here. You guys can keep the equipment, motherfuckers. And yet they're denying you, okay, your fucking, your benefits, And everybody denies it, man, in the hospital. Like I have two glasses, right? I have sunglasses, and I also have regular glasses. But they only give you one, okay? They only give you one pair of glasses. So I always tell my doctor, I said, listen, I have migraine headaches, which is true. And I am, sensitive to light, which is true. And I said, but I need those sunglasses. So, the doctor wrote it, and they gave it to me, And then I broke my glasses during Hurricane Milton. I had to evacuate because I live in Florida. And I broke them, during an evacuation. And then when I went to the, back to the optometry clinic to order another pair, they said, no, we've already given you your limit of one glasses per year. And you cannot get a pair of glasses. Right, so a pair of glasses that maybe cost $300, okay? And you just fucking gave billions of dollars to the Taliban. Go fuck yourselves. You just go fuck yourselves, So that's what the motherfuckers do, man. They fucking deny you all the time. So that word, unfortunately, Luigi, thank you for, sacrificing your future, your whole life, man, to make a point. Luigi didn't put a bullet in his head. We all know that, So yeah, unfortunately, that's what it is. It's either, suicide or homicide. People, and that's the way the world operates. People get so angry and so enraged, of what happened to them, the injustice that goes on. Some of them can't take it and they put a bullet through their head. But others, like Luigi, go in a different direction, okay? So yeah, but anyway, so like I said, you need to toughen up, okay, guys? Just toughen up. I know you can do it because you guys survived boot camp. I mean, that's just enough. And I don't know how you fucking Marines deal with the fucking, I think it's Paris Island or wherever you guys go, the boot camp. The Army, I don't know, Fort Dix, I don't know, I forget. But yeah, you guys, it's tough training, man. We're Air Force, We get nice little barracks, air conditioned, by the way, and heated. And, then they wake us up, ring, 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 time to wake up. Okay, time to go march. And then we'll do some PT also, So put on your reflective belt because we don't want you getting hit by a car. We've invested too much money in recruiting you because that's their recruiting budget. So they don't want to lose you by getting injured. So they, what do you call it? They'll put reflective belts on you. Oh, and then you have to hurry up and wait. And then while you're waiting, you're going to be waiting in line, okay? You're going to be waiting in a very, very long line before you go and have breakfast. So yeah, and by the way, in a breakfast, we call it the chow hall. I don't know what the Marines or the other guys call it, but I'm telling you, man, it's like freaking going to a Denny's. Even no, it's even better than Denny's. That's Denny's. You got greasy shit you're gonna eat, or the same thing with IHOP. No, this is far better than any of those two, and the food is so freaking delicious and hot. Okay, yeah, you got to get up, you got to be in line at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you got to chow it down real quick. They only give you maybe like 15, 20 minutes, but let me tell you something, it's so fucking amazing. Okay, so I got to go get my car, it's over there. I think my time went up. But yeah, so hopefully you guys learned something from this. Okay, you guys can hit me up on either TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. And just contact me and I'll help you guys guide you along through my storytelling. All right? I'm not practicing law. Nice little motorcycle, Kawasaki. I miss mine. I got my motorcycle at home. Yeah, so I'll help you and guide you guys along through my storytelling. And I'll share my adventures with you too. Okay? So hopefully when you guys get this message, I hope you give me some likes on my videos, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's Facebook or whether it's TikTok, and help me get the message out to more veterans. Okay, so that's a key thing. Let's help each other out. Let's figure out a way to help each other out and also make humanity, make our planet just a little bit better, place for humans to show that we care and that, we're not alone. That there are other people that think about us that, So, yeah, so that's it. All right, guys, so I finally got back to my car. All right, Ginger, you ready? Let's go, andiamo. Let's get in there. Let's rock and roll. Time to go. Súbase. Up, suba. Get up there. My car's a mess, but that's what it is. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time, and we'll continue the conversation. Have a good one. Arrivederci. And as we say in the Air Force, aim high. And as they say in other branches of the military, Alpha, Mike, Foxtrot. So I'm teaching you a bilingual course right here, okay? So Alpha, Mike, Foxtrot stands for adios, motherfuckers. That's my bilingual lesson for today. Arrivederci. Ciao.